What's up, everyone? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again. They will not let us rest. There is no rest for the weary. There are more and more set reviews. Hopefully, I think this is our last one for a while, right, Brian? You said till AOT
I think until AOT final season in English comes out in the summer, yeah.
and like Tokyo Revengers, right?
Tokyo Revengers 2, yeah.
But that's still like May, right?
It's like May. It's still a couple months out. We can get a nice break.
Andy's also here. You would not miss
hey guys, I'm here
FGO.
as per usual.
Andy very invested in FGO.
Oh yes, very excited for this.
We're also joined today by Paru.
They
Fan
begged
favorite
me.
Paru. I did beg you. I was like, please, Paru. No one else knows anything about both these characters and the set. Get some insight here. All right. Well, let's just get into it. We're starting with yellow. There's no trial deck. But Andy,
Thank
start
God.
us off.
Thank God, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the characters from this show.
This is the Lion King.
Do you know a little bit about the set?
Yeah,
The Lion King from
Mufasa, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
from
The Lion
Disney?
King from The Lion King, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. So level 3 looks like a climax combo. If you have 2 or more other characters with Chaldea or Camelot, this card gets 1,000 power. And I guess just a little aside here, Chaldea and Babylon were the common traits in the first Fate Grand Order set, but in this set, I think it's Camelot and Chaldea.
It's Camelot first, Chaldea second.
Yeah.
It's a lot more focused on the new traits.
Yeah, because I was doing some deck brewing like in preparation for this, and there's not a ton of stuff that can work between the two sets. It's pretty much the only stuff in FGO that was Chaldea was the mash cards and some of the other random blue stuff like the Fujimarus, but this set's for the most part pretty self-contained. But anyways, back to the card. Lion King gets 1,000 power if you have 2 or more other characters. On attack, you reveal top card of your deck if it is a Chaldea or Camelot or Ceremony of the Sacred Choice, which I think is that event card over there. Deal X damage to your opponent equal to the level of the card you reveal. So it is like a Yo from Love Live Sunshine, or a Mickey Burn, as the cool kids call it.
We do.
Yeah, Paru calls it that all the time.
He does.
And climax combo when Rongo Maniad is placed on your climax zone.
Come on, dude, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Really?
It is.
If this is in the front row, you may put the top card of your clock and win. So it's just on climax play heal.
Yeah, it's a
Kinda-
Mickey
kinda
Burn that
weird.
heals.
I guess that's just how they have to like power stat it.
And this is so it hits on your event. The event is like a what is it? Like a calling card type engine.
Yeah, it's like a camera that also goes under a character as a marker.
It's
Okay.
cool.
And then the characters all have different, bonuses.
And there's
for
a
having
way to
marker.
cheat this out at 2, right?
Yeah, it's the Erusia kind of change.
Okay.
Where you have to have a specific level 2, a specific Brainstorm.
Okay. But
Or
then
I
you
guess
get
You
this
could just
card.
stand by it also. It seems like a
Yes,
pretty
you
nice,
can.
Good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do
nice
give you another
climax combo,
standby
I
in this
guess.
set
So you
to do
just
that.
start like you stand by him out, then you just start healing at level 2
Yeah,
like the
it's
next turn.
at 11k, you just spam the climax. It seems all right.
A little weird. Mickey Burn's good though.
I think it's a really, really good standby target. Just the fact that the Mickey Burn, like you don't need a climax combo or anything. It just like
Doesn't work with the
on
old
its
stuff.
own does it.
So if you
It
were
works with some. It works with some of the old stuff. Some of the
Yeah,
shout.
it's
Some of the
not
combo
going
trade
to.
stuff, yeah.
It's
Well,
not
specifically, it works with the mash early play.
The mash early play from set 1 kind of got like almost straight power crept in this set.
Well,
well,
Oh,
not
really?
power crept, it got trait.
Well, not
Try-
even
try
like
crept.
it got crept in the sense that there's like an equivalent card with like a better condition on it. That's
Mhm.
500 power less.
Well, now you can play
okay.
8 mashes.
That's true.
Okay. It's like, I don't know. The on climax heal is like really good. The fact that like you're getting the burn effect and a heal, and like the burn effect part is climaxless. 11k is like a totally defendable body. The fact that it doesn't really work with the old stuff, I'm gonna stand by that. appropriation of how the stuff will work. You'll be playing like blank standby if you're playing 8 standby.
Is there not
I
a
think
standby
this
in this
set-
set?
There is a standby.
Does have 2.
Does it have 2 in Camelot?
I'm looking.
I think it's just 1. I think you're playing.
Well, then it doesn't have to be empty. You can play whatever combo is with the 1,
Well,
assuming
you
it's okay, and then
can't,
you're playing the
actually.
choice.
Yeah, you can't.
The
'cause it
Babylonia
only adds
one doesn't
Babylonia.
function.
Yeah.
Well, it can add Chaldea also, but it won't gain power.
Yeah, it's too small. It needs a reverse.
Well, which one are you
Okay.
talking about? You talking about
Arash.
Arash?
Your
Arash.
SPL.
That one
Oh,
still
yeah.
will get the power. 'Cause
No, it won't.
It checks to see if you have another character, a single other character, as long as you double the combo.
So you have to have a Chaldea character.
A Babylonia.
But this
character.
card, but yes, but the Arash herself is Chaldea, or is not Chaldea, and you don't have anything in the deck that searches Babylonia.
Again,
But again, like I've done some looking into this. Certain stuff, like stuff that is searching for Chaldea in Babylon, like from the original Fake Pandora
Chaldea.
set, it's not going to work. But depending on a lot of your salvage cards will still work. For example, the Arish level 1 combo.
I don't want my level 1
It-
combo to be unsearchable.
Well, I'm just like throwing out some examples here, right? And like the Brainstormer, there's a yellow Brainstormer that just salvages character. So
I'm
if
gonna-
you did want to run a hybrid deck, you maybe could make something work. But I
I'm-
think that's a topic for
Okay,
another time.
and going back to this card, that Arash Kagal is a whiff for this card.
It is, yeah.
I think that, and I'm gonna stand by this one too. You can say I have my head in the sand or whatever, but I don't think that there is a single mixed hybrid set 1 plus set 2 deck that you could make that would be better than either set alone. There would be no way. The only thing that you could do would be play 8 empty standby Babylonia, which might be interesting, but I don't consider blank triggers to be actually mixing cards from another set. I think there's absolutely no payoff for doing either. I think both is probably better on its own.
You're probably right. I haven't seen much of this set. I wasn't keeping up with Card of the Day when it came out, and I haven't been exposed to it since then. But I do feel like the way that the traits shake out, at least from what I've heard, it sounds like you're better off.
The problem is that they
playing it as an
trick you.
isolated set, Yeah.
Chaldea is literally just Fujimaru and Mash
Okay.
and Leonardo. That's it.
Yeah.
It's only those 3 characters, and those 3 characters are so minimal in like the cards in this set that are good for the most part that it just doesn't become worth it. But again, we can touch on this more as we get on. This is just the first card, but the trait thing is something we have to address early because it's gonna it'll keep coming back up. Anyway,
I think for the sake of rating things, we should probably just assume it's just
just this set.
Camelot only.
Yeah, just
Well, I think this
That-
card's
yeah.
pretty good. This
think
is
it's pretty
probably
solid,
pretty
yeah.
good.
I think it's neat.
I don't think it's like any. I don't know. Is it really like super
I think
insane?
B+.
yeah, that's where I'm at.
I think it might be a little worse. It's a little bit clunkier.
So the only person I know who actually plays like FGO Camelot, they ended up cutting the choice because like it didn't end up. They kept like this card package, but they cut the climax
Okay.
so that they could play like this as like a level 2, but
Just
know,
as like a
didn't
good
have to-
standby
just as a
target.
burner. Yeah.
yeah.
You just play the 11k burner, which seems fine on its
'Cause
own.
it's one of the best things. Like if
Yeah.
you just trigger into a standby just to upgrade one of your front row cards, because 11k is like huge. It's like a good power you want to be at, and then you don't need the climax combo. But what I've also seen some people do is they'll run like a triple climax deck, and they'll run like 1 copy of this choice. So if
Just
they
to
have the
give
right
you the
field
option
set
to
up,
heal.
yeah.
I could see something like that maybe. I don't know. Pretty good. Haru, you have a score for it.
Oh shit! Yeah, we give that. I think yeah. I mean, it's a healing Mickey, but race climax. I think it was Andy. I really like these effects. The top check burns.
Maybe I'm too snake bitten by losing so many fucking games on these kinds of effects, but when you're not as all in on it, it's probably much better.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you
love-
might have
we
more
love
scrying. You have more
Sunshine.
scrying ability too, maybe with this set than
No.
English Sunshine. You know.
No, nothing beats the scry potential of English Sunshine. If you want to. Nothing can outscry that deck. It's
That's
just
true.
that there's no point in doing it. Like after a certain point, it's like you're burning cards to scry for Mickey Burns. I think it's the wrong way to play Mickey Burns just in general.
You just go for it. You just put your deck on the table and you just go
literally,
for it.
well, you literally just turn the card sideways and you get what you get, which is either great or terrible. All right, I think we can move on. Brian,
Alright.
go ahead.
We've got another Lion King over here, level 0, 1000 power. All of your other Knights of the Round Table with a marker gain gift trait. All of your other characters with Chaldea or Camelot trait gain 500 power. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may look at the top card of your deck. If you do, you may put that card face down underneath this card as a marker. Act, put one marker from this card into the waiting room. Choose one of your other characters. That character gains 1000 power for the turn.
There are cards that need markers. There are cards that need this card to exist. Unfortunately, this specific card I don't think is very good. But
Wait, I don't think this card gives characters markers though. This is just
No,
a once.
yeah.
no,
Once
this is a
off.
once marker thing.
Global 5, it gets a marker.
No, it's not
on
even
play.
marker thing. It's send a marker from under it to give someone to 1k.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he gets a marker when you play him.
Global 5,
like a
it gets a
Futaba.
marker when you play it, and then you can sack the marker to give 1000 power.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
I think
I
there are things that just needs a character with a marker on board.
Oh,
And there
this is
are
one you can keep in background.
this card is a condition for other cards. But I don't think you're wrong. I don't think this card is very good at all. I'm gonna give it the D plus only because I know it goes with other packages, other cards.
That's what I'm thinking, going off of the fact that you said there are cards that rely on other cards being on the field with markers. And
A one-time marker. It's one time because it says act, but
it's
this would require. So it is a little better because I was thinking about this. The way the event works, you can put the event under this, and then pop the event to give another 1k.
You can just do it. multiple
Yeah,
times.
it's that's why it's an act pop so that you can
It's like
continue doing it.
Yeah, it's like a really roundabout married life.
You could do it multiple times in a turn too. You'd like marker it, pop it, put it under, marker it,
can.
pop it, marker it, pop it. So like there are uses for it, but I think those are plays you will make because you are playing this card for another reason, not because you want to play this card. I don't think this card itself is very good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it would feel that bad to play though. Just being on its own like a global power pump and then having a lot of versatility like with the different marker engines. I mean, it's not great by any means, but it probably doesn't feel that bad in practice, I would assume.
I mean, Global 5 generally feels okay. Sometimes a little cloggy, but probably fine.
Playing a camera event that made itself as a marker, I'd have to be really, really needing that 1000 power to ever lose a one card compression. Like that'd be pretty bad. Like 1000 power for losing one card compression because you're milling. Assumed you're going over deck when you play a card like that. I don't know.
Suppose, but then you just play another camera.
Yeah,
Give him
sure.
another marker.
Well, you can give the markers to any character, so you could have two
Yeah,
markers.
you can, yeah.
That's like I don't know. I don't like the card, but it is a
Him
condition.
actually being able to use the marker though is
Yeah, you can
a
like
thing.
pop it for something. You get an effect.
And then everybody with a marker gets gift trait.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. I'm pretty
Nope.
sure.
Probably not.
Those are like tertiary traits in this set too. Those aren't even like the core traits. Knights of the Round Table is almost a real trait, I think.
It is. It's like the other
It's like
trait
a
with
third
Camelot.
trait.
So it's
All
more
right.
of a trait in this set than Chaldea.
Next card. Is this Lancelot? Is that
This
who
is Agravain.
Aggravain, whatever. They all look fucking same.
Whoa! Whoa!
What?
whoa.
What do you mean? They're all
Hey,
just wearing
whoa.
armor. They're all just buff guys in armor, dude. These aren't the saber faces I know. He looks like Lancelot from Fate Zero. Come on.
Yes.
Like,
This card's good, by the way.
What is it?
Into it.
When it's placed, when your card is placed under this as a marker, put all markers from under this in the waiting room. So, whenever you get a marker, the markers all pop. When your other Knights of the Round Table character or this is placed on hand of stage, you may look at the top card of your deck, so you just get to constantly peek at top. And then it is a self-rest salvage brainstorm. This is the brainstorm that has to be on field to early play your Lion King. It could be a lot worse as a salvage brainstorm that just always gives you a top peek at your deck.
Really good with that saber. It's
Yeah.
also required
Yeah,
to have on stage to summon that saber.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you just get to peek at your Miki Burn, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
pretty
like,
good.
This card kind of exists in Assault Lily, so I've like kind of exposure to this kind of effect. It's pretty good when it's just free on a card that is absolutely no. There's like no drawback to running it. You don't like burn a card to get the effect. It just happens.
Yeah.
The thing I like about it too is usually when you see these sort of effects, or at least when I see them, usually they're on like a higher level character, like a level 3 or something.
This
Maybe
you
I'm
just
just thinking
slam it
Fate Grand
down.
Order set 1, and it's like it's nice to have that effect, but like on a level 3, it's too late in the game to really take advantage of it. Where you get a lot of incremental value off of just
Checking
if you're
top.
if you're starting to peek at the top card every time you play a character from turn 1. That can glean you a lot of information over the course of a game.
You know the B
And
plus
since he's level 0, you play him right away.
works with the Miki Burn. Far better than average brainstorm.
Also has a flavor effect where he can't get the gift.
He's not.
Oh,
allowed
he
to
can't
purchase,
get the
yeah.
gift. Oh, is that why he always pops the marker?
Yeah.
He can't get the gift.
Or he refuses to receive. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm
don't
never watching this, and I'm never
I'm
playing
not
the
a-
game.
I'm not a fateologist or whatever they call themselves.
Like I mentioned earlier too, if you were trying to theoretically play some sort of hybrid deck with Shoudia and Camelot and all that shit, this is just a standard salvage brainstorm. You can get any character with this, regardless of trait. So probably your brainstormer of choice in a deck like that.
If you're trying to play a mixed deck, yeah,
Like me, I will be running this card.
fair enough.
All right, we can move on.
Is the bonder to the event that's necessary for triggering a lot of the Knights of the Round Table card. This is just on play. Discard one to salvage this event from your waiting room.
Ryuji.
That's pretty good.
It's Ryuji?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
Ryuji.
It's an Azusa that takes 8 slots.
Hell
Still
yeah.
good. Still good. Well, 7 to 8 slots. Going to get real
Well,
grody with it.
You also get like the continuous markers off the event card too,
Yeah, it's like
which could be
it's
nice.
it's a lot more similar to calling card than I guess like the normal just camera. You get a bonus effect. Pretty good. Only bad thing is 8 deck slots, but deck slots and maybe color. I don't know if you want to play yellow in FGO yet, but looking kind of that way.
Who's ever complained about having too many Azusa effects?
Honestly, though, I do really like the camera bonder style packages.
Always a ditch out.
Yeah.
Always mill. Always good. All right, next, back to the top.
All right, we got our next card here. It's this punk rock looking dude, or maybe it's a chick. I don't know. Got a big bone. When this card's placed from, I think that's a bone he's holding, right?
Maybe
Something.
Something.
I don't
a
know.
staff of some sort.
Yeah, when he's placed from hand to stage, you can discard or put a card from your hand into your clock. If you do, search your deck for a Shoudia or Camelot character and take it to your hand. So, yeah, it's like a drop search, and it's free, but you have to clock yourself. Could be. I'm usually not like a fan of these per se, but I mean, if you're playing a standby deck, this does help you like not get level locked.
Does that? These are coming back lately, mostly because of Mushoku.
It's hard to judge whether or not these are good. It's kind of like what else you have in your deck. Like Konosuba never played theirs.
Mm-hmm.
When Mishoku plays theirs because they have a 1 of tech and then a whole bunch of other stuff they can grab off it.
Yeah, if you have like a lot of like toolboxy stuff you want to see like at 0, these are really good because you don't need stock, and they get you to level 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be great, could be not so great. Completely depends on the rest of the set.
I think I'd probably prefer just a normal Ricky. I'm gonna assume that Camelot
Well,
has one.
this isn't a. This is more like a filter. This is not a.
Yeah.
It's not a plus.
But if I'm clocking myself, I think I'd rather like be plussing.
True. Depends. Got different use case. I don't know. Could be good. I'm biased towards playing at Mishoku recently. It's really good there, but it depends on the set. If you want to do toolboxy stuff early, or like again with Standby, Andy said it, getting you to the next level is really good.
I figure, yeah, if you've got stuff worth searching for, then this card might be worth playing to get it. But I mean, like Paru said, it's completely dependent on what you're running.
All right, cool. Paru, you got a rating?
Dude, how do you? I don't know how to rate stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you rate it. I think it's just like
Probably just right down the center, right? Could go either way.
Put the letter in the box.
The card's not bad, but it's not super incredible on its own either.
Yeah, Brian's right. That's how you do it. You just hit a button on your keyboard and
Yeah,
put the letter
you press the key and the letter shows up in the box.
Okay. Nice. Okay, next. Brian, go ahead.
All right, card 6, Gawain. Level 1 climax combo. If there's a marker under this card, this gains the following ability. If there are 3 or more cards in your clock, this card gains 3,000 power, so it sits at 6k. If there are 3 or fewer cards in your clock, this card gains 3,000 power. When this card attacks, if Excalibur Galatine is in your climax zone, the choice, you may choose a level X or lower character in your waiting room with either Caldia or Camelot trait and return it to your hand. X is the total number of markers under your characters. So on attack, salvage. If you're playing the marker game, probably whatever you want.
But how many markers are you going to have like that early is kind of the question.
That is, yeah.
Can always get a 0, even if you got none.
But you can't really sculpt for like an early play turn or... I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty scuffed when it comes to its actual selectivity.
But I guess it just really depends how many cards are going to like work off markers.
Well, even then, right? Even if you're a fully marker deck, being like, yeah, I'm gonna play 3 events and play multiple combos.
Well, there's other ways to get markers too, right? Like we already saw that one card that gives itself a marker. You know what the set probably
No. This is marker under this. Like the salvage thing's global, but I assume you'd
X
like
equals the number of markers under your characters.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the salvage part's global, but I assume if you're playing this card, you would like to at least be 7k, regardless of what's in your clock. I think there's a little bit too much that has to go right for this card to be good. Not only with the salvage, but also with the power. And like I'm don't even talk about being at 1-3. Do not even bring it up. That's not real.
You're allowed to be 1-3 if there are 3 or more or 3 or fewer.
No. I said that Goldilocks zone. I'm 10k.
You get both.
Yeah. I was waiting. I was waiting for Andy to say it, and I'm just like,
I didn't notice it.
I didn't notice it either.
That is cute. That is adorable.
It is a completely not real case. Notably, the card we just looked at helps you hit it. Put a card in your claw. You can manipulate your claw.
That can help this maybe stay a little bit more relevant throughout the game too. Because once you hit level 2, you maybe like heal down or you clock yourself up.
Nope, I hate it. I think this card's actually bad.
It's cute, but
I'm gonna give it a C+ because it's funny. But it's I
think it's not a full D, but I think it's like actually slightly better than garbage. I don't think I'd play this. Even with all the markers, is this seeing play? Someone spoil me. Am I completely off base here?
I don't think so. I think people will more lean towards the door level 1.
That's what I figured. Because that combo's also big all the time. So like, I don't know. I hate these like stars align stuff. Just real games of Weiss don't play out like this. Even your best games. All right, next. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say about him.
Not really.
Not
Okay.
Cool
particularly.
sword.
He can be 10k. He's sick.
He's very suave. Okay, next. This is the 2-1 Lion King. The 2-1 Lion King that has to sit in your back row to early play the Mickey Burn Lion King. He's a 2k assist. You can pay 1, rest one of your other characters and this, and add one of the 1/0s, the camera events, back to your hand. Like a repeatable plus. You tap on your whole back row. But what you can also do is pay 2, rest this, and the specific Brainstorm we looked at earlier, and you spawn the Mickey Burn King of Lions from your hand to stage. So exactly like the Rushia. If you've played against Hololive or you've seen Hololive played, it will work exactly the same. But it's on 2 not trial deck cards, just a 2k to front assist and a salvage Brainstorm
And
with a
better
good second
Brainstorm,
effect.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think the repeating plus effect is actually like sneakily very, very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a guaranteed Brainstorm, I guess you could think of it that way.
it's just like a +1 with a Milfour, right? Like you have to tap down your whole back row to do it, but like what if you're out? Like you cancel at the top of your deck after, like let's say you're having a really good game, you like cancel twice, you play out your first level 2 turn, and then you like double or triple cancel again because you're like a sack and you're like doing amazing. And then like you have no climaxes left, but you need to rip through your deck. You like play an event that you have, you get that event back, you mill again, you go through 8 cards. I think it could be like sneakily very, very good. As well as like, your early play for your Lion King is not dependent on like having more characters or having 2 or less climaxes or something like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like it.
I
Yeah.
don't like how both of the effects are rest 2 though.
Well, you
makes,
have to
like-
choose. You have to choose.
One of the things I liked about the Lion King at the top of the video was he was a really good standby target.
That was a girl, by the way.
What?
Huh?
Wait, the Lion
What?
King's a girl?
Yeah.
Lion Queen.
The Lion Queen, yeah.
No.
Is it?
If you want to
Ew.
be like, women can be kings technically. If you want to like go by like the
True. I
dictionary
mean, this
definition.
is fate we're talking about. I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
get into
yeah.
the Merlin Saber.
Oh yeah.
women-
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
Oh, you guys want to talk about some politics?
No, we're not talking about. We're not. I don't want to get into the gender politics of the fate verse. But
Be here all day, but yeah, one of the things I liked about the Lion, we'll call her the Lion Queen. The thing I liked about her was
She is a queen in her own way.
that it was a really good standby target, which means you're playing standbys in your deck, and with standbys in your deck, stuff that's rest 2 is always like really awkward.
I think you need to stop thinking of FGO as a standby set. That's going to disappear very, very quickly. Camelot is not very standby focused. From the very little I've seen,
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
I don't think we should be evaluating every Camelot card we see through a standby lens because I do not think it is a standby set at all.
I
think
suppose not, but that is kind of like an awkward thing about the card. I think it's worth bringing up. If the set has standby, which it does, people are going to be inclined to try to play it, and that inherently has some like awkward lines come up here.
Well, then you
I don't
definitely
want to say
don't play
poor
this card.
synergy, but it's awkward. Yeah.
Well, you don't play. I don't think you play this package at all if you're trying to play standby with the Lion King. Like
Yeah,
if
you
you're
probably
playing
just
standby,
play
with
raw
Lion-
Lion King.
yeah, you're literally just playing like if you're playing standby in Camelot. I'm gonna be honest, you're playing like 8 raw empty standbys. So like you're not playing the package anyway. Maybe you play one of these as a 2k to front, but I mean you have the old. You got to have some better global assists or something like that, and like if your standby deck's gonna be something worth playing. You can't play shit like this as your assist in a standby deck.
I mean, even without the rest 2 cards, you don't normally play a frontal 2k power to level 3s in standby, since most of your power comes from your level 2s.
Yeah, it's I'm giving it the plus just because I think that repeatable plus engine is like sneakily very, very, very good. in your games that are going really well. And in your games that are going normally to bad, it's just, your assist and your way to early play your Lion King. So it's just a nice little bonus. Alright, moving on. Paru.
We're talking about the level 3 Mordred.
Yep.
If your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, this gets -1 level in hand. During your turn, if you have the level 0 back row or the level 2 back row, this gets 4,000 power. And then when she's placed on the stage, you can heal 1. So she's a fat healer on turn. But your opponent has to control level 3 already to summon.
That's not a problem at all, I don't think.
I think it isn't a problem until it is. Standby could very easily play around a card like this. And then
Oh my god, dude.
They'd be
Not
inclined
only
to do
is
so.
everything just playing standby, but everyone's playing early plays. I don't know. I'm probably biased towards a profile
I kind of feel like we
this.
should look at every deck except for FGO through a standby line.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like
this is a
everything's throwing level 3s on the field early. Even if they're a 1k1 deck, they're early play healers. And
I guess it's bad.
I played a card like this, like the Aaron in Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
early
that card
plays if your opponent
sucks.
has a level 3. No, it's actually pretty solid.
That card sucks.
Didn't we have this argument already during the
yeah.
video?
I think we did have that argument already. And
that's awesome.
I think the Aaron's pretty good, but this card here is
Blah.
better than Aaron in every way, for sure. And I think this is...
Yeah, this card
without
is
a doubt,
better
a good
because
card.
it has the magic line of text. Heal.
Heal 1's better than burn 1, I gotcha.
Well,
And
yeah,
it sits bigger, too.
your opponent, it doesn't sit bigger at all, actually.
Oh, it's during your turn. No, it doesn't sit bigger, but...
What I don't like
Mine's
about
bigger.
this condition is that when it's tied to a healer, as opposed to a card like Aaron that is not a healer, where Aaron's effect is really good when you are behind in damage, i.e. hitting level 2 second, where when you hit level 2 when you hit level 2 after like eating damage, or like your opponent's ahead of you, you can't stabilize and play this card down because the healer in your deck is tied to your opponent having an early play on field.
Mhm.
I think if there's any other conditioned healer that is like easier to hit over a refresh, even a 2 or less, I would play that over this card every single time as my primary healer. If I had like a slot, like 1 or 2 slots for additional healers, I would heavily consider playing this card because of the ability to clear its lane, like coming down at 13 on its own. But as an early play, I think this card falls short. But that's just me.
It is still big. At least. At least it is killing other early plays.
It's fat. It's not a bad card. I think the timing is just not what I want to
like that
see.
condition.
Because like you hit again, like you hit 2, that like you hit 2 first, you eat a ton of damage. You're at like 2-5, and all you want to do is heal, and your opponent is just staring at you with a shitty grin as that they're at 1-5, and the only healer in your deck is this. So you need to play other early play healers to supplement this. If early play healing is a thing you want to do, this cannot be your only early play healer.
Yeah, I think this is fine as like a secondary early play. Or a tertiary, if you count the...
I think it's like a tertiary healer. Like, you have your, like... If you're playing like a heal finisher, that's primary. Early play heal secondary. This is like a third option.
Tertiary, yeah.
Because it also is like a lane clearer. And I don't know. It's like the timing is a lot worse than I think you might think. Because, yeah, I mean, at the base level, Andy is right. There's a ton of level 3s running around at level 2 or whatever, no matter if you're playing against normal decks or standby decks. But early play healers are good because they let you stabilize the game when the game is going poorly.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between the game going poorly and a nightmare situation like you were talking about, where it's like, holy shit, I'm like...
What do you mean a nightmare situation? That happens to me every single fucking game of Weiss Schwarz that I play, and I have to sit there and deal with it.
If you're that far behind, a single heal 1's not going to save you.
Oh, it regularly does. I regularly win games off healing 1. I can't tell you how many times.
Not the games where you're like so far behind you're getting sacked to high heaven.
Yes. Those are the only things that can help you. Those are the only things that can save you. Like
They are, but like you're already so far behind and probably losing that game.
But probably losing and having the ability to win at all are very, very different things. This card is, if you play this card as your only healer, what I'm saying, Andy, is that you are completely conceding your games that go poorly. Does that make sense? Like where I'm coming from there? Like you are completely conceding games where you eat too much damage at 2. Like that sounds like a bad idea.
An unfair way to like rate the card on a whole, though. I think like you probably want to run this in addition to a different.
I didn't.
Like you guys are saying.
I didn't rate that. Well, that is what I'd rate a tertiary early play healer. Is a C+. It's a good niche card. But
I think most of the time you're going to be in the spot where you can just early play heal this normally, and it's not going to be an issue.
Oh, everybody's so much luckier.
I don't think the condition's that hard to meet. Like it.
Well, yeah, you're luckier than me.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
quantifiably luckier.
Like I literally every single game I end up like super compressed, but at 2-5, 2-4, and have to fight for my goddamn life when my opponent's still at like 1-5 after me doing everything I possibly could to remove their clock compression.
Have you tried being better? Yeah.
Yeah, have you tried sticking the damage that you should stick and your opponent not canceling everything? I've tried. But yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, but you can't play this as your only healer, and that makes it like not a very good card overall. But like whatever, it's like I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's a very specific role playing card. And it's not a primary early play at all. Even the Aaron isn't the primary early play in AOT. And that card is better when you're behind because it pushes more damage, quote unquote. But like your primary early play in AOT these days, it's still the Mikasa Changer. Or, I don't know, Sasha? Whatever, it's AOT. Full deck's going to change. Any other thoughts on Mordred? Because I'm just rambling now.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say. I really like it. I've had really good luck with these type of profiles. They always serve me well, so I will. This is definitely going to be like one of the first cards I sleeve up, I think.
All right, next.
We got the man behind the mirror. Look at that. All your other knights of the round table get 500 power. What?
That is a window.
There's a mirror there. Whatever.
It could be a mirror.
Where windows are mirrors. Look, he's reflections on there. That's a mirror. All the knights in the round table get 500, and when your character's trigger check reveals a climax with 2 soul triggers on it, you can pay 1, so pay out that 2 soul you just triggered. To choose a knight of the round table in your waiting room, add it back to hand.
Power crept Professor Pants. Card's broken.
That is Power Crop Professor Pants, yeah.
Specific trait. That's how they.
Wait, why is it better? Professor Pants'
draw, yeah.
Oh
shit!
This
is a salvage, yeah. Turns your 2 souls into doors that pay out. I mean,
it's not a true door because you have to like pay the 1, but
I mean, you pay at the climax and you push that damage.
Sick.
I mean, if you're playing like 2 soul triggers, like you probably play this. 2 soul triggers are painful.
I don't even know what the 2 soul trigger deck is.
There has to be some sort of like stock soul deck.
Card's fine.
You'd think.
Professor Pants is good.
Hell yeah.
It is specific to Knights of the Round Table, but I mean, like, whatever. You're like already playing some kind of weird ass deck anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing all 2 soul triggers, this card's pretty good.
All right, next, Brian.
All right, we have Tristan. Is it Tristan or Tristane? Tristan.
What the fuck? It's Tristan.
Tristan.
Do you not know the Knights of the Round Table?
Yeah,
he has the hair.
Yeah, he has the hair.
The guy with the hair, of course. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may pay 1 digit climax if you do climax swap. Also, when your climax is placed to the climax zone, choose one of your characters. That character gains the following ability. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may put that character into stock and put the bottom card of your opponent's stock in their waiting room. A climax swap that gives you an extra bonus when you slam a climax. Seems alright.
I mean,
You got a hard remove
climax swap,
stuff?
and that means you have a climax.
I think this card is pretty alright.
Yep. Better than a normal climax swap.
Down with that, yeah, for sure.
You got a hard remove
I'm
stuff.
gonna give it the bump up. I'm gonna give it an A.
Like, I don't know, it's like good against standby, like removing 2/2s and stuff like that after you beat over them. Anything with hand on core. It's always nice. Climax swap in yellow is probably really good if you're trying to play Lion King, right?
Oh man, even at like the lower levels, your opponent has some like on death or on reverse effect.
This is a good card. I like this art.
Why, this vanilla?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just fucking Saber. I mean,
What is this,
I
man?
mean the Lion King.
That's
Yeah,
Mulan.
come on, dude.
Is it supposed to be Saber? Is it supposed to be Saber?
Yeah, it's Saber.
Okay, it's impossible to tell. They like change the hair a little bit,
Listen,
and then
man,
they
if
go,
there's a
"Oh my
if
god,
there's
it's a different
a
character."
Every blonde character
If
is
there's a
Saber.
blonde chick
Yeah.
and fake,
Well,
it's Saber.
the eye color's different,
seasoned
so it's
Saber.
tripped me out. That's usually the only thing you can ever. Look, dude, if you put fucking like Miyako's face from Melty Blood and Rin in the same panel, I love both those characters, and I probably
You've
couldn't
been
tell the
playing too
difference.
much Melty Blood, man.
They're literally out. He can only Nasu can only draw two different faces. One of them Saber, the other one's Rin. Like, come on, give me a fucking break here.
Well, that one definitely looks like Saber for sure.
All right, well, whatever. That stupid vanilla works with this one other card, which is what's this guy's name again?
This is Aggravain.
Aggravain, whatever. He's aggravating.
Oh, shit!
Oh baby.
Oh,
Um,
fuck.
It's one of these. It's the Stockada package, the Emilia stock
I
package.
love
Yeah.
Stockada, yeah.
If you have like a reason to play the package, the package is good. You just have to have like a justification for doing it.
Love the package.
I love
Big
Stockada.
fan of the Stockada package.
I think it's very deck
We
specific.
love
but it
Aggravain's
does
package, dude.
We
Oh
do
my
love
God.
Agravain's package. Give me that package.
It's a nice package.
Oh my god. Paru.
What?
Next
Oh.
card.
I was
Sorry.
like, what? I rated it this
I'm-
time.
I'm very aggravated at aggravating.
When this is placed on stage, look at top two. Put them back on any order. On play, pay one, ditch one. When it's placed from hand to stage, you can move a character on your opponent's stage to another slot, and this gains 1k for the turn. That's kind of interesting.
So you neg one to kill one of your opponent's back row for one stock. That's
What
better.
that looks like.
Better than grappling hooks, right? Well, well, not better. It's differently costed grappling hook, right? Gives a little bit of extra power. The top two rearrange is like a pretty decent second effect. Really small.
Yeah, that second effect maybe makes it. Maybe you could play this card in your deck now as like a one of and not feel too bad about it.
It'd be like a very specific tech for like a very specific local meta where you really want to hate on that one guy
guess.
with the one
Somebody's
back row
got-
card.
Oh, one guy.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking one guy.
Yeah, that
Know
one.
exactly.
That one person.
We hate that one guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Points for this guy though. Look at top two. Rearrange is really good with Mickey Burn.
It is. It is.
Well, you have the
Sure.
level 0 that's passively giving you a peak, right?
Works
So, like,
nice
I
with
don't
camera
know.
too.
Oh yeah, but what if you
No,
want
playing, looking at top 2 before playing
And
cards.
brainstormers.
Read no. Oh my
What
least
are you doing?
my least favorite argument.
Oh my god, that's what this card is. It's Carmen right now as I'm
No,
talking.
yeah, it's right. My
Uh,
least favorite card evaluation ever is saying you can look at the top 2 cards and then brainstorm or mill
Yeah.
top 2.
Yeah, why not?
Perfect knowledge.
No, it's like the
It is a
only
bit redundant when you have the brainstorm that does that.
the
too.
only time you like go and mill or like brainstorm after looking at top 2 is when you see 2 goddamn climaxes and you have no other option. Like you use these effects. These effects are powerful because they inform your attack order. which is what matters the most. Not like trying to cheat out the like normal statistics-based analysis you should be doing
like
every turn.
when you have 2 good attacks on top of your deck, you leave them. But when you don't, then you know you should change it.
Okay, but I'm saying it's like you don't. Okay, I would never, if I had a Brainstorm on my board and this card in my hand, I would never play this card before brainstorming. Not a single time. It's just a literal waste of the effect. Like, you would brainstorm blind every single time.
Yeah, you were going to brainstorm anyways.
Because you were going to brainstorm anyways, which means that you're literally just wasting any value on the information by looking at it first. You're just burning cards for no reason.
I mean, it just really, it's very situational then. If you weren't planning on brainstorming, and we're just planning on like going to your attack step, and then then you adjust your plan.
Exactly. Well, that's what I said at the beginning. But I'm saying it's like, I don't know, evaluating the card is like I can look at my thing and then make a decision. It's like, I don't know. It's like you look at it to check your triggers or set for like top checks and then do your other thing. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just I am the guy in the picture. I am the guy in the card.
I think it's a useful effect, and I think it does pair well with the Miki burn, but it's just not a good card, like a good enough card. Like the second effect's way too niche to ever make me want to sleeve this up. Maybe if it was on a level 0 or something, but
that'd be way too good. Dragon
for level 1, no way.
Even the pay 2 grappling hooks at 0 for extended 0 games are pretty obnoxious.
You know what set has this at 0?
Why?
But on reverse.
Mm.
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, okay. All right. Whose card is this?
I have no idea.
I think we're back. I think we're back around to me.
Yeah, we're back around to Andy. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Andy. Okay.
Coming back around again.
Cool. So, we got this season's Saber once again.
That is Mordred, my guy.
Mordred. What the fuck ever? Okay, well, Mordred's already in
Saber of Red.
Dude. Are you kidding me?
Well, Mordred's from
Oh my
Camelot
God, now we
first.
have Mordred every
It's
other
like
time.
you haven't read the light novels with
it's like I have
with
no
the
idea what I'm talking
with
about.
the with the
You're
fucking
right.
with the you know the Merlin and the you know.
Well, imagine
If
that.
you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. A wink, wink, a nudge, nudge. If you know, you know. All right.
All right. When your climax is placed in the zone, if this is in your front row, you can discard that level 0 that bonds to your camera. If you do, choose a level 2 or lower character in your opponent's front row and kill it. And at the end of the turn, then this dies. And then this is also an Adachi. I really like that first effect stapled on there. Like people just like hard play Adachis anyway, just because a 1/1 Adachi's good. So like taking a bit of a power deficit just to, which you don't care about anyway, to get an extra beneficial effect's nice.
I think if you're playing yellow, like if you're playing the Ozza package with the event,
Yeah, this is just a slam
play.
dunk.
Yeah, you play this card in every day. Imagine the hell scenario where your opponent hits like multiple 2/2s to front row, and you go like, okay, play climax, ditch this thing that I probably had in my hand anyway because I'm playing 4 of it and 4 of my event. Ditch that, kill 1, Adachi the other, GG go next. Card's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of that line. Yeah, I think it is B+. I think you're right, Porter.
All right, sometimes.
It could be behind a B+ there.
Just
So,
sometimes.
Yeah, it's just a little sometimes. As a treat, I'll be correct sometimes.
As a treat. No, I think the card's really good. Alright, next. Brian. Yeah.
Right. We've got Shirtless Agravain.
Hell yeah, dude! Woo! Yeah!
Continuous. If your opponent has a character with Lancelot in name, this card gets 4,000 power. When this card becomes reversed, if the level of your opponent's card is 0 or lower, you may put that character into stock and then put the bottom card of your opponent's stock into waiting room. It's a level 0 stock bomb that is chonky against Lancelot's. So
we call that a mirror breaker.
Does it even?
Yeah. Do other
Does it
fake
even
decks
matter?
even play Lancelot card.
Are there Lancelots and other
Where-
fates? Like Fate Zero?
Oh, that's true.
There
Because
is a
dude, he hates other Lancelots. He hates the Berserker.
Depends
guy.
how it's named, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're all
it
Berserker.
might just be
Berserker,
Yeah.
Yeah, Berserker.
Berserker.
Wait, this is not an F, right? This is still
No,
a 500 power stock
I
bomb.
guess
You
it is
can't.
a stock
Oh,
bomb,
it's an
yeah.
F, dude. I would not sleeve up a 500 power
like-
stock bomb on its own.
It's like a D-, but it doesn't do anything else. It's just a common stock bomb, 500 power. and
It's not fucking good, dude. You'd never sleeve this card. Come on. Not
I
even
think
as
it's
a
better
joke.
than a vanilla.
Sure. No, the vanilla goes with the stock in a package, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I'd rather play the vanilla.
Okay.
All right. Next.
In this set only, it's not better than a vanilla.
We got this level 0.
Mordred.
This is Mordred, right? Yeah, I can
Yeah, this is
make out her costume. Okay.
Just read the name.
God, I'm not Nihongo Jozu enough. With place from hand to the stage, you may pay one, ditch one. If you do, salvage a character, and then choose a character, give it 1k. One of your other characters, so drop salvage. And then, when damage dealt by this is canceled, if the 2 souls in your climax zone, you have another character, you may choose a character in waiting room and return it to hand. So on cancel salvage. Wow, that's unbelievably underwhelming. At least it trips into additional copies of itself?
Yeah, that's pretty
You
nice
know-
being on a drop shop.
You know what other set has that?
What?
Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country.
Kong Dungeon? Okay. Okay.
This is bad, I think.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Yeah,
I give it the
to be
straight
fair.
D because it's a drop salvage.
Yeah, it's a drop
Let's
salvage.
say, yeah.
Is this the only thing on this combo? I guess.
I think it
I don't know.
might be. Oh, here's your.
Being able to just get extra copies of itself is interesting.
Okay, the face in the climax, is that supposed to be Mordred? That's so fucking off model. I thought that was a different character.
It must
Yeah, that
be,
looks
but-
more like
oh my god.
Saber than Mordred.
I know this isn't by Ufotable. Wild.
Wasn't
So,
this
yeah,
by
he-
like? Who was this by actually?
I think it's, I don't know.
I think
I'm
it's
not
I don't
sure.
know too.
Yeah, it wasn't even the same studio that did Babylonia. Babylonia was fine, animated wise.
But yeah, here's your 2-soul trigger that goes with your buffed Professor Pants.
Yeah. I don't even want to play Professor Pants. Oh no, I didn't put a space between the effect. Oh no. Got
Can't
him.
believe you shut the video down. We're done.
Okay.
Canceled.
Alright, this is back to Andy.
Okay. Hey, check that out. Look at that soul trigger on that 1-0.
Yo.
Woo!
Cha-ching. Nice.
Choice target. Let's go.
Yeah. If you're level 2 or higher, this gets the ability pay 1, sack it to choose a Gawain Knight of the Sun in your hand and put it on the slot here. What is Gawain Knight of the Sun?
I believe it is this card. Check. Which wouldn't make any sense. So
Yeah.
No, this is
that's
this,
very
this is Gawain Holy
Hotsy-esque.
Punishment of Nightless. Gawain, what is it? Knight of the Sun.
is that the combo? The 1-0 combo?
Knight of the
No,
Sun.
why would that trip at level
It's-
2?
I don't know.
Cards.
When you guys are looking it up, I'll read the next effect here too. We got to resonate. The start of your climax step, you can reveal the event card from your hand, the 1-0 yellow event, the camera. If you do, choose up to 2 characters in your clock with either Chaldea or Camelot and send them to memory. And this gains 1,000 power for the turn.
Oh, he summons this fat 2/3.
It's a 2-3.
It's a 2-3.
Ooh, that's a standby target. And the end of the turn, choose 2 characters in your memory, put them back into your
Weasel.
clock.
Did I just
Well, it's
like?
Oh, this is the support so that you're able. Oops. Oh,
You can
this
kind
is
of
the
like
support for him. It just enables your level 1 combo so that the sun is in the right spot. You know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can get to the Goldilocks zone. It's pretty juicy, I
Oh,
like that.
it's your clock manipulation, so you can
Okay.
hit the power or not. Okay, maybe the level 1 isn't as cringe as I thought. This is still kind of cringe, but
I don't know if I really like the 2-3 part of it that much, but the second effect on it to reveal the
2-3's
to like mess with your
the 2-3's pretty dank, dude. I think you play like 1-2-3.
We love the 2.
Yeah, like a just for that like dank side attack later.
I guess if you're running this, you might as well.
Oh, what did I just?
Uh-oh.
Well, somebody wants to go look up what that was.
I
know I am
Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I think it was my Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Okay.
It seems okay.
Yeah,
If you're going into a refresh, you can give yourself an extra 2 compression for free, or like.
Yeah, it's like all the
Depending
same
on how things
cheese.
work like that, or give yourself something to like heal off. I don't know.
All the same cheese as the Kermi had. Yeah, I think it's fine. The 2-3's funny. I think that's about it, right? It's just kind of funny.
The 2-3 is funny.
Yeah, dank sides. It gets 2k per back row.
I love Akihiko Kayaba.
No, he doesn't even have to clock himself. He's better.
And bigger.
He is bigger. All right, next.
Faster and stronger
and
too.
Stronger too. Okay, Paru beat me to it.
You can't beat Paru on the
on
Donkey Kong
ones,
related
yeah.
trivia. This is Brian.
That's all I have.
Brian.
Okay, we've got. Is this another Lion King? Level 1, 3k. If you have 2 or more other characters with either Caldia or Camelot trait, this card gains 2k power, so it's 5k. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a Knights of the Round Table trait character or an event, add it to your hand and discard a card. So it's a 5k draw ditch for Knights of the Round Table trait.
Would I play a 5k console? No.
Probably not.
It's not the
maybe
worst
it's a one-off
card.
if you really want the console, but
It's
seems like under spec.
It does seem under spec.
It's not.
Well, it hits off events too,
But-
so maybe that's why.
Yeah, but think about it. There are literally level 0s that do that too. In No Game, No Life, your favorite set ever.
Yeah.
Wow, worse than No Game, No Life.
Yeah, that's pretty
Can't believe
suffering.
it. It is a draw ditch, though. It's
The hand filter, right?
Seems
Like,
minus.
it's not the
still
worst
hand filter
thing.
Bottom line. Mm-hmm.
Hey, and you actually know what's on top of your deck too, when you want to fire this off because you brainstorm.
Yeah, I think synergy with the Brainstorm's like the only real thing, right? But alright, next. 1-0 Mordred. There's a marker under this. It gets 2k and twin drive all the time. Pretty good auxiliary card if you're playing the event. Twin drive's good. 6-5 all the time. Twin drive is even better.
You play good triggers.
Yeah.
Got doors and choices.
Doors and choices. 3 pluses all around.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm with Andy. It only goes in like those specific decks, but I think you try to run like 2 of this in those decks, right?
Having access to a twin drive,
I think this is the best auxiliary level 1 we've seen.
never a bad thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the 6-5 twin driver for nothing, for basically. All right, next Paru.
We
Oh
got
wait, is it just
Gawain.
a 30? It's just a 35 counter. You don't have to
Okay.
burn your turn.
I was ready. I was going for it.
No, you don't.
All right, we got the Tristan two-soul combo then. If he has a marker, he gains 2,500, and this card cannot have its power reduced by opponent's effects.
Oh, Andy, take that 2-1 counter out of your Madoka deck. Never work again.
Flock Rider. Get Flock Rider.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I wonder why. I wonder what that was
that's
like.
so.
aimed at.
It's got to
What
be
that's, like,
flavor.
targeted at.
That has to be
It's
flavor,
got to
yeah.
be a flavor
Yeah.
effect, right?
Yeah, probably. Ability activates once per turn. When his damage is cancelled, if you have the other two soul climax, and you have another character, do one of the following effects: stock 3 from waiting room, or blow up a back row, level 1 or lower in your opponent's field.
That's pretty funny.
That is a lot of stock.
That's a
something,
lot of
though.
stock,
Mhm.
and that your opponent will cancel every time because everyone is a dirty fucking sack in this game.
Yeah, they either eat shit or you get 3 extra stock.
Yeah, I don't think nuking your opponent's back row would ever be something you'd do unless you've buried too much shit and you're just like nuking a brainstorm because your opponent's already out all their other ones, like they can't get it back.
Or
easily.
if you refreshed recently.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. I like it, actually.
As a 2-soul combo, at
I
least
can dig
it
it.
does something interesting. It's not the worst thing I've ever read as a card on a 2-soul.
B. Handy
it's
is like
fine.
this card's sick.
It's fine. Yeah, this card's actually like. There's a reason you could play this. If
Dude,
Rock charge and
I'm
ramp
only
yourself,
even
like-
I'm only even pushing it towards C because Professor Pants exists, man.
Yeah, it sits at an okay power. It gives you some interesting perks off 2-soul, but it does have the 2-soul support in yellow.
Like if you go all in on the 2-soul, at least you won't ever be burying climaxes, right? Because you'll trigger first before this effect level will go off. So you always know your stock will be clean. You can always pay it out.
well, it's when damage is canceled you do it. So you would.
Right.
Well,
stock
and
the
I mean,
climax
you're
first.
attacking
you
with a
start the
2-soul,
climax,
though,
but you
But with the
yeah, the Professor
Yeah,
Pants, you
card.
pay 1, so you'll always be able to pay it out if you're playing it. So the stock will always be clean. It will always be actual compression if you're getting over deck. Which I mean, you're in yellow, so you got Azusa. So I don't know.
I don't know. I like it, man. They either eat shit or you ramp like crazy.
I don't know. It's funny though.
It is funny.
All right, even funnier card. I guess we already talked about this. It's just a 2/3, 11k, 3 soul.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. We basically already talked about it.
Yeah, it goes with the 1-0 with the soul trigger.
Yep. So I think that's back to Andy with the last card? Yeah, you get the camera. Go ahead.
All right, here's your camera. You don't have a King of Lions. You can't play it.
Oh,
You
that's why
wanna-
you need that back row.
Oh.
Okay.
Or the Bonder down. The Bonder is a King of Lions. You could probably
True.
get away with it.
Wait, well, hold up. Can it be any of the Lion
Any
King
Lion King.
cards?
Any Lion,
Any Lion
King.
King.
Any Lion King.
So you don't need those ones specifically. You could have
Right,
like
but that's like the level 0 one that you're probably
Okay.
using for this.
the
or
one
else
that's
you're not
like
able to
always
play-
going to be there, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need a Lion King to play this. Choose one of your Knight of the Round tables that does not have a marker. This goes under it as a marker and gives 1,000 power for the turn. And you get to look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, take a Chaldea or Camelot character, and add it to hand. The rest go to the bin. I like it. Now having to have a King of Lions on the field is kind of awkward. If the only ones that early on will sit in your back row are that weird one that does the stuff with the markers that we didn't want to play.
I think if you play 4 of the Bonder and maybe 1 or 2 of that other level 0, you should always be fine.
You're probably fine, yeah.
Is the level 1 combo a King of Lions, or is that someone else?
No, that was
No.
somebody else.
It is worth noting that after level 2, you will always have a King of Lions on board if you're playing the King of Lions early play package. Because the 2/1 is
Yeah,
King of
the
Lions.
2-1 brainstorm.
So you will always have one on the field after that point, and I think that it will be annoying, but I think between the Bonder,
Is the
and,
Bonder a Lion King?
I don't know, like Brian, you played P5, maybe not recently, but like
Not as much recently, yeah.
well, obviously, I mean it's not
Wait,
very
go
good.
check that. Bonder does have the Queen herself on it.
Yeah,
think
that's
you
what I
can.
said. Yeah, it's like how many times do you played on calling card without Ryuji on the board? Like it's not
Honestly,
very common.
Not very. Every turn you're looping it with the Ryuji, so more than likely you're going to have a.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. You might be able to get away with just 4 copies, like of the Bonder. and
Yeah,
that.
I'd
maybe
probably
a one of.
I'd probably play 1, maybe 2 copies of the back row just to be safe.
I mean, but like, I don't know. Even with that, I don't think that's too big of a deal because I think the benefits are ridiculous. Like, this is a compression neutral Azusa that gives a buff. Like what? like it's actually so good.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to give it the A. Like on paper, I think it's actually cracked.
What do you mean compression neutral? What do you
Because the
mean?
card markers itself and
marks
never
itself,
goes
it
to
doesn't-
grave.
It doesn't go to waiting room.
Oh, okay.
You
okay.
like never. It's like you never expended a card from your hand.
I see.
It's like yeah.
I'll bump it up to a B then. That's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
it's like
dope.
on paper, I think the card's actually ridiculous. In practice, maybe things are a little hairy, which is why I'm not like jumping on it. I can see where things could go like awry with the card, and obviously the slots. But like, the card is definitely like insane. A reason to be playing FGO for sure. I think is like to play this marker stuff. Any other thoughts, Paru, in the empty box?
Yeah. I mean, no, you guys pretty much said everything. It's some Azusa that goes compression neutral. I didn't even realize it also gives power too. Why not?
Yeah, it
It
just
does,
does
yeah.
more and more things.
For
Like-
no reason.
Yeah, this is definitely an A. I mean, and you need it for like
Everything, yeah.
the stronger half of your deck to function. So
Yellow looks pretty
Great.
cool.
great.
And-
I'd love for this to be the card that my deck crutches on.
And yellow wasn't in, or no, yellow was in FGO Babylonia. I remember there were yellow cards.
They had everything. They had all the colors.
Okay,
The whole
Damn.
rainbow.
my point was taken. All right, well, we'll see you guys in green. Goodbye.
Hell yeah, green.